All right, good morning, Shalom boys here. well, you know, it's very interesting to see the chain of events that has been developing with regards to this shooting and the larger issue that is taking place in this country. Um, this Sonya Massey situation, where when you watch the video, you can tell, and it has come out, but you can tell that this woman had some type of mental health issues. You can tell that she was a bit off just by listening and watching the video. And then it comes out that, of course, she, had some mental health issues. She was a single mother and she had some mental health issues. And what I wanted to focus on is the larger issue at hand. And that larger issue is that we're having a mental health crisis in this country. As the economy continues to decline, and people are becoming more and more stressed uh, as a direct result of that economic decline, uh, you're going to have more people that are going to be under a tremendous amount of pressure. Think about it. Uh, People are worried about whether or not they can pay their rent. Evictions are going through the roof. And you know who the number one demographic that are being affected by evictions and homelessness and food insecurity? It's single black women. It's single black women. Single black uh, uh, single mothers specifically. They are receiving the brunt of this situation. And it's unfortunate. You're seeing on social media black women getting arrested. And it is always the same thing. Don't touch me. I don't have to listen to you. Um, who do you think you are? They're telling this to the police, beating up the police. And these police, they're not having it. And you're seeing the increase in incarcerations when it comes to single women with children. The stats are there. I mean, this is what you have when you have a full-blown economic decline in this country. Uh, and I remember Truth Never Told did a video talking about this over 10 years ago. And basically he was saying, or in the video, he was talking about the notion that, these SSRIs and people that are on these prescription drugs, because they just can't cope. They can't deal with the stresses uh, that society is putting on them as a direct result of this economic decline. And what they're doing is they're experiencing all sorts of mental health challenges, and as a direct result of that, they're pretty much flipping out. They're pretty much flipping out. And this is what happens when you have a society in full-blown collapse. Uh, People are suffering from serious, serious mental health issues. Uh, and it's quite unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. And this is why it's so important to recognize the sign of the times. We're seeing people today, right, that are literally freaking out. And what's happening is that uh, you got people that are robbing, stealing at an unprecedented rate. You have people that are murdering at an unprecedented rate. Uh, you're seeing carjackings, and you see what's going on in my hometown, New York City. It's getting pretty bad out there. It's getting pretty bad out there. We've already gone from bad to worse. We're in the worst state, and we're just going to a worse state from the state that we were in. And it is very much unfortunate uh, to see this decline. But we always tell you over and over again in the solution: get out the cities, become self-sufficient. Get out of these densely populated centers because, in spite of all of the chaos that's going on in the city or in this world, it's interesting that we don't experience pretty much none of this in the country. Um, uh, you have an environment in the country where people are very much neighborly and respectful of one another. Uh, there's pretty much no drama. I mean, I really don't see in order to see drama and chaos and calamity and foolishness. I really have to log in to YouTube or Facebook to see it because even when I go out into the world, out here in the country, it's pretty much serene. You don't see a lot of craziness and foolishness going on. Sure, is there crime that takes place? Of course, there's crime that takes place. But for overall, you don't see a lot of debauchery that takes place in those cities, and this is why we say over and over and over it come out. But a lot of people, like I say, the drugs that these people are on, um, uh, that coupled with high fructose corn syrup, aspartame, GMO, genetically modified food, bioengineered food, fluoride, uh, uh, hormones in the water, um, forever chemicals. You got all of this stuff that's playing a role in the mental health of people. So you're going to see a lot more of this. And it's very much unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's only going to be a few people that's going to get it and understand it. And this is why it's so important to grow your own food. That's why it's so important to learn how to be self-sufficient in well waters and things like that. We try and give solutions. Being out in the country, we see what's going on in the cities because we don't see it firsthand. I mean, I'm not seeing any of this stuff firsthand, but it is taking place. And this is why I'm very much wary of even venturing into cities in this day and age. But hey, uh, there's only going to be a few people that's going to understand and get it. But we're having a mental health crisis in this country, and what happens when a society is collapsing and these people can't get their drugs? What's going to happen to society? These people are going to lose. They're already losing their mind. You see it, and they're going to lose their mind even more. These are most dangerous people that you can possibly be around. But hey, there's only going to be a few people that's going to get it. But for those who do get it, you better move with fear because this situation is not getting any better.